Hey guys, Darth Glork here, back with part 5 of my Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom playthrough. Almost said Breath of the Wild, but it's Tears of the Kingdom. So last time, if memory serves, I think what we were doing is, I think we were grabbing some towers. We grabbed some towers, we saw some memories, I think we got a couple of shrines, that kind of thing. So that's what happened last time. I died once over there. Anyway, but yeah, and so this time I remember that when I saved it, we just finished grabbing the tower that's right below us, and I just happened to land on this little rock, and I mean I saw it nearby, and I was like, I'm gonna land on that, and I did, and I remember thinking, I wonder if I'm gonna remember in the next part, if like what I did or why. So as far as this time goes, some part of me is considering trying to work our way north towards the Lost Woods, mostly just because inventory is a little small, and I wouldn't mind seeing if we could find Hestu. I would hope that Hestu is in the Lost Woods, but for all I know, I think he or she. I guess I don't know. I think it's a he, but anyway, I don't know if Hestu's there yet. So I guess we're gonna go ahead and maybe think about doing that, I suppose, which I guess means we could start it here and then go this way, you know? We'll see. Alright, so, we haven't been going very long at all, but I thought I would, show you. Guys, look! A fairy fountain. Now, it is all locked up here, but... a fairy fountain! And also the military training camp. But more importantly, I know what you are, monster. You come for my blessing of clothing enchantment. I've heard this land is now smothered in gloom and overrun with monsters. Oh, I'll never hear a musical troupe pass by again in the sweet notes of its violin player. I'm staying sealed up in my flower bud for the rest of eternity, or until I hear a violin in the world once more. I came here to be close to a stable where I could offer my blessings to travelers. But now, until I hear a violin played by a musician in a troupe, I can't bear the thought of ever going outside ever again. Alright, so there's the fairy fountain, one of them. And, but there's a quest related to that fairy fountain. You have to go, I think it's over here, or some other fairy fountain. But anyway, it's a whole thing. But I figured we should probably get close and get it on the map. But I don't see it on the map, so I don't know if that part worked or not. But whatever. For now, we're heading up this hill and headed towards the Lost Woods, and we'll just see what happens. I do know that up here on the right-hand side, there is a chasm. So, let's trade. Well, I actually meant to get a crit and I missed. Aimed a little low. But that is okay. No, he had some good meat. And some arrows. And a bow. Aha! Here it is. There you go. The Minchy Woods Chasm. Alright, now we got that on the map, that's good. And now we continue on into the Lost Woods. Alright, well. Into the Lost Woods we go. I don't remember if the gimmick is the same in this one or not. The Lost Woods. A little bit spooky in here. Whoa. Creepy. So do you think it's the whole way, or do you think it's... oh yeah, it's like the whole way. Gotcha. Okay, so you get teleported immediately. So maybe the gimmick of this one is you need a light earlier than that? Or maybe there's some other gimmick? Ho-ho! Alright, so you might be wondering where we are. We're above the Lost Woods because I don't have like a torch or anything on me, and I don't know if that's the gimmick or what. So I decided that while we were already, like, most of the way over here, we may as well, you know, see what other goodies were above, you know? And I noticed that on the map, there's a tower, up in this zip code, and there is a lot of other stuff. Anyway, but yeah, there's a shrine, there's one of the towers, there's a lot of stuff, so, while we were already up here, I figured it would be a good use of our time. Plus, there's actually a memory nearby as well, so... anyway, a lot of good options, but I figured, getting some of the stuff up here was a good place to start. Alright, spinning gears. Alright, so some things... that's not it. Some things are a little obvious right away. Yes, go back that way. There we go. Get in there. Yay! I'm genius. Just want to make sure there's nothing down the sides, but there's not. Alright. Well, there's a ledge up there, but it doesn't necessarily mean anything. Ah, okay, I got you. So, if we do this a ways, we're just gonna obviously let it go for a bit. Ugh, it's a little hard to... There, that's probably enough. But then we will recall... Yeah. Sick. Alright, well. My only thought for a hidden treasure chest would be on the gears. Like, maybe if you just keep spinning that gear, like, a chest will be attached to the bottom or something. That's my only idea. I don't know how true that is. But, whatever. Well, you can see all these Arrokudas, and they're carrying around bokoblins for some reason. Just sort of vibing. So, that's kind of funny. Greg Miller. I'm trying to debate on what to do. Like, I could just glide through them and just try to deal with them as I'm going, you know? Like, I imagine they dive bomb you or throw stuff at you or something. My other idea was to do this, was try to climb up a little bit. Maybe not all the way to the top, because I don't know how well this climbing is going to go. But then, you know, get higher up and then glide farther and see if we can mostly dodge them. Or maybe we could go far left and then go around them that way. Something along those lines. So I guess that's what we'll probably give it a shot. Try to head towards this tower, see how difficult it is. For all I know, it's crawling in bokoblins and a bokoblin boss or something. Hopefully not. There's a fair amount of treasure chests in here, though. Rubies, opals, bright bloom seeds. There's a weapon, topaz, sapphires. It's crawling and stuff. And then there's some sort of, I don't know, I think that's a quest, maybe? Anyway, I don't know. There's a lot of other interesting things. But yeah, so there's a lot of stuff going on in these particular ruins. So I don't really know if, like I said, I don't know if there's any point in going all the way up here. But it's kind of neat, I suppose. Look at that, you could see forever. There's an old ruin. Oh, the memory. I forgot about the memory. The memory is on the point, so the memory is up there. So while we're already up here, we may as well go towards the memory first, because that will already be up top, and then that way we could glide to that peak after the memory's done. Then we could go from there, maybe into the ruins. Something along those lines. Oh, that maybe the method to get all the way up is to use those little platforms by the tower, and use the ascend, you know. And then climb in through the roof. That might be what they want you to do. Maybe, baby. One step at a time, though. Yay. Well, if I ever figure out how to get into the Lost Woods, or if I find Hestu before then, it's gonna be pretty sweet. Because I'm gonna have a fair amount of Korok seeds. Alright, let me just wait till we have some more stamina. There we go. Uh-huh, here we are. At the top. Let's do this memory, shall we?
ままではあなたでも勝てない。どうしてマスターソードが。リンクは無事なのですね。あなたは復活するために時を超えて私のもとへ。
ゼルダ、私は君がこの世界に来たことに意味があると思っているよ。
私にできることがある。いいえ、これは私にしかできないこと。あの男を倒せる。
竜へと姿を変えた者の心は永遠に戻らない。
もう人に戻れない。リンク、私を探して。
Oh man, that was a big memory. There was a lot there to try and understand. It's gonna be a lot to process out of context. But you know, you probably gleaned some things from that. Very, very interesting. And she was, of course, flashing back to things we haven't seen yet. But yeah, that was look at that. That was the memory 15, and the other ones we've seen are super early on. And it's like, that one was super late, so that was probably confusing. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and glide to this lower peak, and then we'll see. I don't know what's in that ruin. My little map-aroo here is not telling me. It's telling me lots of good. There's some Korok seeds and there's a handful of chests with many things in them and a quest or something. I don't know what this icon means. There's like, it looks like a piece of paper, but there's like, and then if you hover over it, it says investigate the Typhlo, or maybe it's Typhlo ruins, and then there's a whole bunch of things. It says the owl protected by dragons, the corridor between two dragons, the long dragon, the 6 dragons. There's like all this stuff. So anyway, I don't know. So there's all this stuff. Don't know what that means. Maybe I'm assuming that maybe those are quests. Like those are all quests that are in here. Maybe that's like a riddle. I don't know what that is, but we're just winging it. I should have saved it. Should have saved it before I glided over here. That back there would have been the opportune moment to save it, but whatever. But supposedly there's no boss in here, because if there was, I would know. So the most in here there could be without me being able to tell would be like lots of bokoblins, maybe a bokoblin boss, something along those lines, but it's not there. Otherwise there shouldn't be like a boss in here, because otherwise I would know. I'm just gonna assume it's locked. So that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. I'm gonna cut through these, or attempt to. Well, apparently not. I'm not gonna cut through the whole way. I mean, we could, like, get the official thing. Hello! Looks like we meet again, eh? Sorry, this Skyview tower's out of order and maintenance is proving tricky. What's wrong? Well, the terminal that starts up the Skyview tower isn't working. I've checked all the terminal parts, but nothing looks broken. I wonder if something to do with the Sky Tower itself is broken? Indeed. Well, I can't ascend that high. So, really, my method should be to try to grab, yeah, like this. Because we can do this the other way. I need to get closer. I cannot reach it. That's alright. I know how to reach it. I won't be able to grab it while I'm standing on it. Oh my lord! I didn't realize this was occupied. Anyway, you know, maybe that's why I couldn't grab it. Yeet. Anyway, we're just gonna go ahead and... Oh, it just occurred to me I could have used those. Oh, that's tragic. Okay, well, it's not that tragic, because I can just do this. Sorry, not that. Just gonna go ahead and grab that. We're just gonna lower that to the ground, within the zip code of the ground. I don't know if this is gonna work. Because my other idea, what I was initially going to do... Anyway, my initial idea was to do the more of the slower way, and attempt to grab that other lower platform and then move them, you know, like just like leapfrog my way all the way to the top. Because that was my initial plan, but then I saw the rockets and I was like, actually, if I had an option. Woo! Up. Yup, that's why. Alright, let's just get a little farther away. Having it be that close is a little nerve-wracking. There we go. Hey. The terminal! It's working again, even though I didn't do anything. Yeah, I did something. Huh? There was something blocking the top of the Skyview tower. The terminal and the lid on top of the tower are connected. So if the lid wouldn't open because it was blocked, I guess the terminal wouldn't work either. Well, I'm in a hurry and everything seems to be working properly, so I'll head out. Thank you for fixing the Skyview tower. I'm off. Bye, man. We'll see you at another one, no doubt. Alright. So we got that. Then maybe we'll poke around these ruins and see if we can find some of these chests. I don't know if they're just like loitering, if they're just like obvious, or what. So there's no bosses in these ruins, so unsure. Still, for now we can get our map data. Whee! Above the rainfall. All right, show me the goods. Beautiful. That's a huge chunk. There's the surface map. Interesting. And then the sky. Then there is something in the sky over here. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Ah, there's all the sky stuff over there. North Hyrule Sky, Arpegalega. Alright. Something to investigate later. For now, we are focusing as we plummet towards the ground at high speed. Wow, we were way the heck up here. There we go. Like I said, we're gonna see if we can find some of these chests. Alright. So, if we face north, that'll be an easy way to tell. Let's see if we can just find some of these really quick. Alright, well, something I noticed was this guy. Maybe he's the one that'll give me quests. Hello, my brother in research. I was waiting for you. You were? That's right. I'm the one who discovered those big ruins way out here. But I wasn't able to make much progress investigating them. I'm only one Hylian, and this, alas, is not a one Hylian job. That's why I wrote to the Zonai survey team asking them to dispatch a researcher to assist me. And here you are, practically right after I sent my letter. Great response time. I'm like, I'm not a researcher. What? You're not a Zonai survey team researcher? You're just some guy? I see. So few people come through here, I assumed you had to be the assistant I asked for. My mistake. Well, I haven't made any particularly notable discoveries as of yet, so I can investigate alone until I do. But I'm certain that I'm on the brink of brilliance. Come back soon, so you don't miss history being made. Okay. So eventually, I think he will be the one to give me quests, but I get the sense he's waiting. Anyway, I get the sense that he's waiting, so it's very interesting. Because, yeah, there's all these chests, but they're like big chests. Like, one of these has 3 topazes, the other one has 3 sapphires, next one has 3 rubies, one of them has 5 opals, there's a dust claymore as well, and then in the water, there's 10 bright bloom seeds. So, there's all this stuff. Now, most of these are like a lot. Like, getting 3 sapphires, 3 rubies in one chest is a lot. And so, there are quests that are attached to such things. Anyway, I just wanted to see what was up here. Claymore, Cobble Crusher. Alright. Well, we could go north. There's a shrine that's right over here. It would be right here. There's a shrine right here. We could go north to that shrine. We also could use the tower to jump, you know, and then get out there. There's a couple of chests right beside it. One of them is a Forest Dweller spear. The other one is a soldier's claymore stick, is what it says. So the chests aren't as good, but the shrine could be useful. So maybe we'll do that. Well. All right, we found the cave. That's a good thing. Oh, Lord. I didn't... Okay. No one panic. This doesn't mean anything. Alright, we can do this. So we need the one that gives me light. Let's see here. Amber, construct, bright bloom seed. I'll take those. And a bomb flower. I just like jumped in and there was this cave and it was pitch black and I was like, I am not a fan of this. Alright, there are enemies in here. I was afraid of that. The reach on his weapon. Sorry, I missed. Look, you either get over or I can thank you. It's like, you either like make it happen or go away, because I ain't gonna play this game, pal. Oh, my health bar. Alright, well, one little poke and poof goes your health bar. So that's unfortunate. Alright, no one panic. I know how this looks. Alright, what if, hear me out, we didn't care about that? No one panic. I know how that looks too. Alright, easy. That doesn't matter. They'll never catch me. Ah, it just gets better and better. That doesn't mean anything. It only matters if they catch me. Hit and run, baby! I found it. Alright, that was spooky. No one panic. He missed. I know, I activated it. He did it. Run! It's like, I don't need to fight all these guys. I can just go around. And I looted the whole cave. Or most of it. There was a couple things, but I looted most of the cave. They're like, well done. If you got all the way here, you just deserve a free gift. Thanks, man. Big battery. Anyway. But yeah, it was, you know. It was fine, okay? Like, we got the free loot and we're out. I looted the whole cave and everything, so we're gonna grab our little free thing here. It's gonna restore my hearts. And, yeah. Yay. Alright, now we just, get the heck out of here. Hopefully I can just teleport out, but worst case, I'll just run out, like, if I have to. Guys, look! I found something neat. Well, why not? Oh, it must be water or something, because Link dove down. Anyway. So for the most part, we're not going to actually, like, we're not going to be down here very long, but... I cannot tell how close I am to the floor. Wow. It's like the most inviting thing you've ever seen in your life. There's a little house over there. Or whatever. Guys, look, it's a Poe. A glowing spirit orb found all over the depths. Offer these to a bargainer statue for a variety of rewards. Anyway, I'm just gonna go ahead and grab all these free little souls. Oh, please, Lord, tell me I'm not near what I think I am. Okay, good. So, Gloom Hands are in this game, and if obviously on the channel we haven't seen them yet because I will do my utmost to avoid them because they are the worst enemy in the game, and it's not even close. And so if you ever see a Gloom Hand, you're gonna know, I mean, for about 5 seconds before they absolutely annihilate you and you get deleted. So, anyway. So I will always do my best to avoid Gloom Hands, but there might come a time when I accidentally discover one and we get absolutely annihilated. Speaking of, I need to go underground. Oh. Okay, so there's like an enemy little base, but it's not like a tower. Oh Lord, I was just curious. Am I staring at that? Large crystallized charge. I might be staring at that, or maybe it's this. Although there is a light route somewhere over there. I'm just trying to figure out where I am. Dreenan Highlands Chasm. Okay, so I am to the right of the Highlands Chasm. So, because that's the issue. It's because I can't see where I am. Alright, well I have one idea. Hopefully give me some clarity. Okay, so... And if so it should be south east of me. So south... Hang on a minute. Okay, so it should be this way. So that way is a Yiga schematic, which I'm unsure about why that's good, but that sounds good. But kitty corner from me, so like it seems like that way might be like an actual thing. Now I gotta be careful because I was about to say, I know I saw on the map that there was a giant monster. And in that case, an obsidian frox. And I've never fought one of those, but I would imagine what happens to me, because, you know. But I'm also a little bit curious, because, like, there is some stuff. Now, my strategy, historically, in dealing with these spooky areas, is to get some height, because height is your best friend. Ah, there it is. Okay, so there's the light thing that'll actually light up the area. Okay, I barely made it. So there's the obsidian frocks, which is creepy, but not what we're here for. And then super far in the distance is that. And then over there is some Yiga schematics, supposedly. I don't know if it's that or a chess in there. And then there's something really freaky with that. I don't know what that is. And maybe I could like land on the back of the vehicle and annihilate the dude in the back. Anyway, but yeah, there's some Yiga schematics in there. I just don't know what the point of that is. What else? There's an ascend point on the other side, and like you can't see it, and I'll just try and show you. So this is obviously where we drop down in, like right beneath those ruins, but underneath everything. Is a giant, like, ruin arena den looking place. There is a King Gleeok in there, which I don't know what that is, but I think that's those three-headed Hydra looking things, which are incredibly terrifying to me. And the Cap of Twilight is in there, which I would imagine is the helmet piece of the Twilight Princess set, which is neat. Above those ruins is another light route, which is like the towers of the underneath. There's the light route that I have highlighted. In the underneath, oh, there's a Korok mask underneath there. That's interesting. Anyway, oh, there's a gloom spawn over there, which is gross. Anyway, so there's some things. I'm debating going to the Yiga thing first, because we're literally right here. And then after that, maybe work on our way to the light route. For the most part, I don't want to be down here. Because I don't like I really don't like the, I almost called it the Underdark. But I don't like being down here. This is full of creepy places, and it's really dark and spooky, and I don't like it. Anyway, but we're just going to try this first. This is why we saved it. Because I'm going to try to land on this guy's vehicle. Which I mistimed, by the way, but don't worry about that. And yet he nailed it. Hey, man. Whoops. Oh. Well, that's funny. Ah, ha, ha. I'm on the outside. I don't know what happened. Okay, I need this to chill out. Now, you can't back it up, so I put it in the corner, but I don't want to be shot at, so I'm just going to wait till the battery dies. There. Sit in the corner. Stop moving. Oh, I got roasted bananas. Anyway. Well, there, that was cool. And I hit like a gate or something over there, which is interesting. Under the Colosseum ruins on the surface, an imposing building similar to the same Colosseum has been discovered. There are reports that many as 6 such structures exist in the depths. There's one in the deepest depths below the Korok Forest and near here, but there are rumors of eerie growls coming from inside. A courageous team member went to test their mettle, but we haven't heard from them in quite a while. We hope they're safe. Glory to Master Koga. Yeah, don't hold your breath. Well, that's interesting. Alright, well that's interesting. Even the music in this area is creepy, man. Oh, that was full gear. I wondered. Okay, well I guess we're gonna try to... Oh, maybe that's what's in here, is the... Yeah, there we go. What is this? Yiga schematic. For a schematic for a strange invention made of Zonai devices and building materials, looks like it could be useful. Oh, so it is just a schematic. It doesn't tell me what the schematic is. And a large crystallized charge. Oh, a large piece of crystal made by condensing zonite charges processed from zonite equal to 20 normal crystallized charges. Which will matter later, I'm sure. And then the same thing with the schematics. I'm sure the schematic will matter later. But, in the meantime, I want to see... if we can get to this upper area. Oh, there we go. I'm just desperately trying to get to the roof and see what that is. Yeah, what is this? A grand Poe. Oh, wow. So it's just it's a big Poe worth 20. That's cool. You can see a pillar of something in the distance. Anyway, like what I will say is the depths has a very cool aesthetic. Like as far as like the darkness and then like the soft glow of everything, like I don't know. There's a lot to like about the depths, okay? Like that much I'll say. There's a lot that's really neat. Obviously there's, you know, there's many things that are very creepy, and so generally speaking, I don't know, generally speaking, it's like, you know, it's like I said, it's very creepy, and you try to sort of avoid it because it's a lot, like emotionally, it's a lot, but you know, aesthetically, there's a lot of cool stuff. I was briefly considering going for that stack of pose that was over there, but I last second decided that it wasn't worth it, and I was just gonna try and go for the tower without stepping on the goop. And I figured we may as well use his vehicle. Well, it's nice to have a light, but man, this thing is creepy. I mean, like I said, I like the aesthetic, but it is creepy, and there's no other way around it. Anyway, so I'm just gonna vibe here until this is ready again, and then we're gonna very slowly make our way towards the tower. All right, really quick, you guys want to see something really cool and creepy? Oh dang it! Oh, it's fine. It's okay. We're good. I got nervous because I fell, and anyway, but yeah, look, there's like a creepy ghost man, just vibing. He gives you a weapon. Actually, I have a free slot. It's a traveler sword with a little extra diamond near it. A very common sword that often kept by travelers, fend off small beasts, fairly durable, bit unreliable against monsters. But yeah, it just gives you a weapon. It's just kind of this like cool but kind of creepy dude, just sort of vibing. Anyway, now we gotta see if we can find my stuff again. And by stuff, I mean my handy-dandy little vehicle. Alright, we are pretty much here. Let's say, even I could tell that I was driving towards a cliff, and I think this is in a hole. Hard to tell, of course, because of course it's pitch black. But anyway, we did find a light route, and we're about to get it discovered. So that's nice. I was just looking in the depths to see if there's anything really useful to know about, like armor that happens to be nearby or something. But I wouldn't count on it. Anyway, but yeah, technically it's a light route, not a tower, quote unquote, but don't worry about that. It's the same thing. But yeah, for the most part, I don't spend a lot of time in the depths because it's very creepy. Later on, it is easier because later on, when you can like make vehicles more reliably, more than we've done already, but when you can make vehicles more reliably, it's not as bad because you can make a vehicle, and then if you have like lots of battery power, you can then traverse, you know, and so it's not as bad. Later on, it's a little easier. So for now, it's something that for the most part we avoid, but later on, it's not as bad. So anyway, well, we could ascend right here into the upper area. In general, I'm just trying to decide on what we should be doing. Alright. Later on, in the sky, just kind of vibing, wondering what's going on up here. Besides Sunderlines, anything else? Well, there's, you know, handful of random bits and bobs. There's a empty thing for some stuff, which is odd. Huh. Okay, well obviously there must be a point to that. One thing we could do though, throw in some of these and get some stuff. Yeah! Look at all the stuff. A shock emitter. A Zonai device that shoots a shocking bolt from its horn when struck. Oddly, only the horn conducts the bolt. The rest of the head is safe to hold. A steering stick, which is very useful, but you can attach it to allow you to steer things that are connected. So it's good for a vehicle. There's a light, which of course is self-explanatory, but it'll give us some light. Shock emitter, shock emitter. A homing cart. A Zonai device automatically heads for monsters believed to have been used by Zonai as a security measure. Well, that's interesting. Cool. Well, we got some cool stuff there. Anyway, so yeah, I don't know what to do about that, the shrine that's this shrine or anything else, but because I don't see like the ball or whatever. But, you know, whatevs. Oh. Offer the shrine, do so, grant you the light. Oh, so I activated it. Oh, and it's a shrine quest, and it says, like, follow the... Oh, okay. I got you. I suspect one of those cube boss monsters is down there. Alright, well, you know. That's probably worth pursuing. I'm a little concerned about my ability to pass such things, but maybe it'll go fine. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong and it'll go good. Oh yeah, you can already see it down there stomping around. But I think I remember fighting these, and I don't remember them being, like, the worst thing in the world. Because I think the whole thing is you're constantly, like, bonking their feet or something. It's something, I think it's something kind of funny like that. So do you think I should hit? I feel like he knows exactly where I am. Okay, so I'm not supposed to hit that. Okay, there's most of my health bar. I don't know if I should be fleeing or... I'm leaning towards just getting the heck out of dodge, because I do not feel massively confident in my ability to pass this fight. I need like a 1. Here, just give me that. I did pretty good, okay, damage to him, but... I'm just swinging like an idiot. Well, I don't know. Now. How do you think I'm supposed to hit that? I'm dismantling him. I'm gonna get closer. Spin to win. Alright, where is it? Oh, what is that? Oh, okay. Sorry, I got scared. Yay! I did it! Look at that. I was worried, and it didn't always go swimmingly, but for the most part, you know, we got through it. I guess we'll just do that. Oh, I bet you I could use that for a weapon. I need a weapon. Yeah! Look at that fancy weapon. Anyway. We did it! Alright, well now, alright, well I guess... Let's see. I'm not positive how I'm going to do this. Alright, now we gotta see how to get the crystal back up there. So I guess I'm gonna start messing around with this and seeing if I can find an easy cheesy way to do this. I mean, I know I have one theory about how I'm gonna do it. I just don't want to do it that way. I'm hoping I can come up with a better idea before we get locked into this probably less an intelligent idea that I'm probably gonna end up doing. Okay, you guys ready for this? Alright, so we're all ready. Our crystal is attached. We have 2 platforms attached and rockets. Now, I found these rockets over there, which was pretty hype because my other idea was I was going to take 2 regular platforms without rockets, and I was going to slowly leapfrog my way up there. But now with the rockets, we can get, hopefully, level with that platform way quicker, and then leapfrog over there from that point. So, that's going to be the hope. We're going to see how well this goes. Yeah, actually. Look at that. Sick. Okay. So now we just work on leapfrogging my way over there. So this is going to take a long time, but you know, we'll get there at some point. All right, we did it. I've arrived. Alright, so let me show you how I did this before we get there. So, initially, I was planning on leapfrogging my way with 2 of those platforms, like, the slow way. And I did it for a while, but I was like, this is going to take the rest of my natural life. And so I was like, I guess I will use one of my devices. So I pulled out a fan, and then I attached the fan to one of them, and then I combined the 2 platforms together, and then I used the fan to close the distance between the platform. I had to wait for my battery to recharge at least twice, I think, 2 or 3 times. And then when I got close enough, I was like, okay, now I mostly just need to descend, and rather than go too much distance. And so then I descended a little bit till I knew I was above this platform, and then I just grabbed the crystal and threw it off the edge. And so dropped it off the edge, you know, and then I glided down after it. So it took a bit, not gonna lie, it took a bit to do all that, but we got the crystal, which feels pretty good. Oh, man. I would imagine that I probably am just going to be allowed to get a prize after this. Some part of me would be surprised if I had to do like a whole real shrine after that. And hey, we killed one of those constructs. One of the big ones, so that was different. So, you know, we did it. And I was nervous about my ability to pass, and I was right. Generally speaking, those constructs, at least the level 1s, are not bad. You know, it's mostly using Ultra Hand to like grab the right one out, pretty much, and rather than trying to like shoot it or whatever while it's attached to the, you know. So once you kind of figured that out, it's much easier to just use Ultra Hand to grab the thing you need. So that's not bad. But I recall fighting those before, and I feel like I remember it going pretty well the other times too, generally speaking. Initially it took time to figure out, but once I did figure it out, I'm like, yeah, that's not bad. So, you know, anyway, let's see what we get. Anything good? A magic rod. Small and intense magic rod. It's said to have wielded by an ancient magician who awoke maximum latent power in gems. Huh. Well, that's interesting. It is a 6. I don't know what it does. I feel like my rock hammer... I mean, it's not blinking on the thing yet, so... Maybe we just get rid of one of these random little ones, like that one. That's interesting. Interesting. What we need to do is find freaking Hestu to expand my inventory. And we also need to improve armor. That's something else that has to happen. I've got to figure out the armor, because I died a couple times this episode because I just got poked, just like, or whatever, fighting an enemy that hits me once and most of my health bar vanishes. It's a little rough, so, you know. We need to be figuring that out at some point. Alright. So, gliding in right now. Because we found another shrine! Yay! Anyway, so we're kind of... My idea was, I was kind of working my way down this way because Let me show you. So let's see. Right over here at the very end of this, there's a cavern, and at the bottom of this cavern is the Yiga Tights, which is the stealth set. And then across the way, there's a shrine right there. There's another one a little bit more in this way. So sorta working my way towards that cave for the tights, to be honest. Because it's the stealth set, we don't have a stealth set, so loosely that was the plan. And then while I was already on the way past, discovering some shrines seemed like a pretty solid idea. So we will see. I'm a little curious about what that rod is about. Also, why is it dark in here? What is this? Shining in darkness. Oh, neat. What in the horror is this? I don't suppose I could, like, combine this to my shield. Well, that's certainly something. I know that's a little nauseating, huh? I'm a little tempted to just do this, you know? Rather than, like, screwing around with all the stuff that they're after. Admittedly, I could have maybe found, like, a better solution. Oh, it's like a maze, too? What is this? What is this? Oh, and they've hidden chests over here? What's happening? Oh, an opal. Anyway, and then there's, like, just spike walls and stuff, like, randomly. Alright. Well, that's certainly different. What is this? Amber. Alright. Well, I'll never turn it down. Oi. What are you hiding up here? You didn't think I'd notice. Why is this a thing? Oh. Well, that's interesting. Another chest. This one's suspiciously well lit. Wow. A 30 Zonai bow. Dang. Well, that's interesting. I don't recall ever doing this shrine. If I've done this before, I certainly don't remember. Can I just, like, pick it up? Quickly, please? Thank you. Okay, you can just pick it up, and it's way easier than ultra handing it, so just keep that in mind. Oh, another one. Is this a key? Tell me this is a key. Yes! Perfect, okay. This is the key. That'll get me into the thing. And I've discovered you can just pick up these things like this. Way easier. I wouldn't have combined that one to my shield had I realized. Or if I had realized how janky it was if you tried to attach it to your shield. Probably would have hesitated somewhat, but don't worry about that. What is this? Luminous stone? Alright. Do they, like, collide? Nearly. Pretty much. Alright, well now we can get back to the entrance if we can find it. Oh, well. That was easy. Admittedly, I kind of expected that to be harder. But, yeah, I just kind of figured that out right away. Well, that one was different. I don't recall ever doing that shrine. But yeah, that was cool. I liked that one. It's all, but like, because they gave you lights and they gave you all this stuff, so, you know, experimenting was not a big deal, to be honest with you. So yeah, that was a good one. I liked that one. You guys ready for this? This is gonna be funny. Disappears immediately. Disappeared immediately, and there it goes. Off into the ether until it nosedives. Anyway, but yeah, we got that. Now there's a few things here over this mountain that we care about. One of them should be over here somewhere, although it might be underground, to be honest with you. I did not look. I just sort of hoped that it was up here. Whoa, lordy! You guys are much larger than I thought. And more tanky than I assumed. Anyway, I don't suppose it would just tell me. Is this underground? It doesn't mention that underground. Well, it should be here somewhere, supposedly. Oh, there it is. Great, now there's more of them. Sick. Give me that. Yay, we got rockets. Run! These enemies are all tankier than I expected. Anyway, we're on the way to the next chest. There's another chest on the other side that's very similar. It's like fans or lights or something. So we're gonna grab that, and then we're on our way to the cave. All right, here we are. Iga Clan Merida Branch, or however you say that. Ah, well, I'm assuming you're allowed to just fight these guys, right? Like, this isn't like a forced stealth section, is it? It would be weird. It's a giant room. What's to stealth? So, I'm assuming I'm allowed to just fight these dudes. Oh. Ah, okay, well. They didn't care very much. Who's there? Hi. You're Link! Come to free our tailor, have you? You'll have to get through us first. Okay. Sounds good. Free our tailor? What does that mean? What do you mean, free our tailor? I'm just here to... Ow, my lord! I was still in an animation! Wow, okay. So, like, what do you do with the freaking Blade Song of Doom? What exactly am I expected to do about that, per se? Just curious. If you just get hit by it, that's just the show. I need to upgrade my armor. Have I mentioned that? I know I have. I'm just saying that I do need to do it because, like, everything one-shots me. And I do mean pretty much everything. Yes, I know. We've already went through this. I know. Let me out. Let me out. All right. I'll try this again just to see if I can, I don't know, avoid being hit this time. And I'm moving immediately this time, okay? Stop that. It one-shots me when you do that. Alright, let's use a good weapon. I'm just like running around because I'm scared. Man, if I ever catch you, you're freaking dead, pal. Stop moving. Thank you. Okay, let's get the camera facing him again. Okay, so he's full. Alright, ow. Guess I'll stand back up very slowly and I'll refill all that. Sorry, wrong button. Ow! Stop hitting me! Alright, so obviously we're turning around. I'm not strong enough for that, and I am super over it, so... We're leaving, don't care. Who needs stealth anyway? I certainly don't need that stupid armor, that's for sure. And anything that one-shots you, you're clearly not supposed to be in that area yet, so we'll come back later if I care to. Keyword on if. Oh, look at that. I found another chasm. Anyway, so we are near where we left that stupid clan hideout that I'm not strong enough to do. And supposedly there's a shrine right over here somewhere. Okay, so in the emergency shelter now, we have enough little orbs to increase something. We're probably gonna go hearts. I feel like I might have done stamina last time, so we're gonna do hearts. Maybe, baby. Overall, we'll probably do the same thing we did the first game, which is we'll probably loosely work on doing even for a bit-ish, you know, get it like 1 or 2 of each kind of vibe. Then we'll probably get my hearts, like we'll do a heart focus to think about Master Sword at some point. And then somewhere after that, once I feel good about the levels we have, then we'll probably grab the finished stamina to get like another extra full wheel of stamina, and then probably call it with that. So probably something along those lines. Anyways, let me just climb all the way up here. Anyway, but yeah, so I could not find that shrine, so that's the reason we're suddenly in Lookout Landing, is because I couldn't find the shrine. After I teleported away, I glanced back and I noticed there's a well, kind of tucked away here, and I'm now wondering if the well, if it's down there, because I don't see any other way, and I didn't click on it. Located, yeah, see, I was right. I just clicked on the shrine. It said located in the Elma Knolls well in the dark across some water. So yeah, it was down that well, but I didn't notice the well because the wells and the chasms in the interactive map are in a dark green, and every tree and all of those, like every tree, and I think some of like those giant rocks that fall down out of the sky and other things are also dark green. And so wells and chasms are very hard to see. The chasms are a little easier because they have this jagged edge that kind of looks like a bladed, kind of jagged, pointed looking edge. So it makes them stand out because they look a little weird, like the shape is weird. But the wells just are like a perfectly round little well that's very difficult to notice for me, with all the trees and stuff. And so the wells often, unless I'm zoomed really far in, I often miss them. Anyway, but yeah, so overall, good progress. There was quite a few deaths in this episode, because many things just go poke, and I just disintegrate. But if you ignore that, we made good progress. We did a little bit of depths exploring, got some Yiga schematics, which I am unsure as to the use of, but I'm sure that'll be neato later. We got some towers, and we got a lot of shrines, and we killed some bosses, and a lot of other good stuff. I feel like in the next episode, now I'm not committing to this because who knows what I will remember next episode, but generally speaking, I think focusing on the armor situation needs to just be handled, because I am incredibly squishy. I am so squishy, and it's a problem. It's a problem because everything kills me. Most everything kills me in almost one hit. So I need to be thinking about my armor situation. And so at least getting the set that I'm wearing to a higher level would be huge. Or acquiring more armor, because in general, I think I want to use the Fierce Deity set this playthrough. Generally speaking, it might be the set that we use as the go-to set, which would be really cool, but I don't exactly know where the pieces are. I know I looked it up at one point, but I already forgot. And so doing that would be neato, but in general, just having getting better armor. I wouldn't mind acquiring the Fierce Deity set, because at least that way I know that I can start working on it. And but at least minimally, I need to increase the armor of what we're wearing already, because everything kills me in like one hit. So that needs to be tackled. But anyway, yeah, so that is going to call for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the content today, and we will talk to you guys later. Oh, did I just collateral that guy? Yeet. There, you go first. He's like, I think it's clear, man. You're good. As the great Bob Ross would say, what a happy accident. Later, idiots. I could hear Darth Vader in my head. I have you now. No, walk it off, bro. You're okay. It was at this moment that he knew he fucked up. That was so perfect.